Hi guys, welcome back. We're going to continue talking about solving equations. So we're going to hop into, not my email, into a little more complicated solving equations. So we need to remember that on each side of the equal sign, we want to combine like terms first if there is any, okay? Then we'll move the variables and then we're going to move the constants. And I'll explain what each of those are in a moment here. Okay, so again, we're going to be showing our work. We're going to draw our line for our balance beam because what we do to one side, we need to do the other. So I can see that 8 and 5x are not like terms, so I can't combine them. And 2x and 22 are not like terms, so I'm not going to combine those. Okay, so then my next step is to get the variables together. Now, a lot of students want to move the constants, which are the numbers, first, but that tends to throw you off. So I highly, highly recommend moving the variables first. So I always like to move my smaller variable to my bigger variable. So I have this minus 5x. So to get that to be 0, because I don't want it on the left-hand side, I'm going to go ahead and add 5x to both sides. Now notice I lined up the 2x with the 5x because I know those are like terms. So 8 comes down, a minus 5x and a plus 5x cancel to be 0, equals 2x plus 5x, which is 7x, and then I bring my plus 22 down because I didn't do anything with it yet. Now it's like a problem like yesterday where we're going to get x by itself, okay? So 7 and 22 are stopping it from being by itself, so we're going to go ahead and subtract the 22 because backwards PEMDAS tells me to get rid of the addition subtraction first. So that cancels and I'm left with 7x, and 8 minus 22 would be 14, and it would be negative 14. Okay, and now again, x is still not by itself, so we're going to get rid of the 7, and the 7 is being multiplied by x, so we're going to divide by 7. So then we're going to go ahead and get x equals negative 2, because negative 14 divided by 7 is negative 2. Okay, all right, I'm going to go ahead and make that smaller just so that way it's not impeding on my other question here. Oops. Okay. All right, so now we have a decimal one. We deal with it the same way. Again, we're going to go ahead and draw our balance beam here. Okay. And again, I can see 2.9y and 2.7 cannot be like combined because they're not like terms. And 1.1y and 9.9 also cannot be combined because they are also not like terms. So then my next step is get the variables together. Again, I like to move my smaller one to my bigger one. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 1.1y. And again, we're subtracting the entire thing this time because we want to get the y's together. So that's why I need this to be 0, which is why we're subtracting it instead of dividing by 1.1y. Okay, so 2.9 minus 1.1 would give me 1.8y plus 2.7 is equal to negative 9.9. Please make sure you take that sign down because we haven't used that minus yet, so we need to make sure we take it with us, okay? Again, here, I need to get rid of the 1.8 and the 2.7, so I'm going to go ahead and subtract 2.7. So I'm left with 1.8y on the bottom here, because the 2.7 and then my negative 2.7 go ahead and cancel. And then negative 9.9 minus 2.7, we would add those together to get 6, carry the 1, 12.6, and this would be negative 12.6. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the 1.8 by dividing. Okay, and I could use a calculator here. So I know it's going to be negative, and then 12.6 divided by 1.8 is actually 7. So it comes out to a nice pretty number for us. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. I was trying to circle it, and smaller things happen. Okay, let's see how many I have here. So go ahead, why don't you try this one? I know it's fractions. I know that's scary sometimes, but go ahead and try it. See how you do. Okay, again, there's no like terms, so I'm going to go ahead and get my variables together. So I'm going to subtract 3/8x from both sides. And again, I can use off to the side, I have 3/4 minus 3/8. So this would be 6/8 minus 3/8, which is going to be 3/8. Okay, so 3/4x minus 3/8x is another 3/8x. Bring down my minus 1/2. This cancels to be 0, so I bring down my 4. I'm going to go ahead and add my 1/2 over, and I'm going to switch colors. Because again, once we have the two-step equation, we get rid of our addition subtraction first. So I have 3/8x equals 4 plus 1/2, which is 4 and 1/2. Okay, and then I am going to change that into an improper fraction, which if you want to do that right away, that's totally fine. So I have 3/8x is equal to 8 9/2. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make this just a wee bit smaller for myself here. Sorry, guys. All right, let's see if that'll actually do it for me here. Okay. And then, of course, as you know, we need to get rid of 3/8, and since that's being multiplied, we're going to go ahead and divide it. So we're going to have x equals, we have a fraction over a fraction, so we're going to do copy dot flip flop. So what's nice is lots of things reduce. 2 goes into itself once and goes into 8 4 times. 3 goes into itself once and 9 3 times. So 3 times 4 is 12. So x equals 12. Okay. All right, I hope this video finds you well, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.